Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Kyler, and in today's video, I'll be going over the best Season 5 Modern Warfare settings, and these are kind of my updated settings just because I'll be running these from now on. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Kyler, and in today's video, I'm giving you guys the best settings, and right now, my favorite settings to use in Call of Duty. Now, let's get right into it. So for button layout preset, I know everybody usually runs tactical, but for me, I switch my grip when I'm playing multiplayer or Warzone. So let me explain. So for multiplayer, I play traditional, what is like this, you know what I'm saying, just like this. And for Warzone, I play claw. So I'm using my index finger for my buttons. A lot of people think I'm weird for doing it. I think I'm weird for doing it. But I don't know. I just can't stay traditional in Warzone. I don't know what it is. I just aim better when I play claw in Warzone. But so with that being said, I run default. But for multiplayer, yes, you're going to want to run tactical. It helps out so much. It just makes your gameplay faster. It makes slide shooting faster. It makes everything faster. It'll make your movement go up by a lot, guys. Your wasted movement will go down so much. So with that being said, you can leave it on tactical. I'm going to leave it on default just because I'm about to get in some Warzone, so that's why I run claw. So I use my index finger for my buttons, so it's smoother. Stick layout preset, you always want to leave this. No, you don't want any of these. You don't want to do any of these. It's weird. So for invert vertical look disabled, no one wants that. That means when you're moving your right stick up, you're looking down, and when you're moving your right stick down, you're looking up. So you don't want that. Dead zone, you can leave this at 7. And guys, people think that dead zone matters. Your dead zone really doesn't matter unless you have stick drift or you just like being lighter on the controller. So I know people that run 0 dead zone just because they like everything to be instant, so they don't have to put a lot of pressure on their sticks for it to move. So that just goes into them not having stick drift, so they can really do whatever they want and be as flexible as they want with their controller. So I personally just leave it at a 7, which is the default, I'm pretty sure. So 7 is good. When I do have stick drift, guys, when I use my elite controller and I do have stick drift, I run up to 11 just because my stick drift is so insane on my elite controller. So I like running in 11 just because it's tight and it doesn't move and it doesn't sway. So yeah, I'm at 7. Horizontal and vertical, I dropped from a 20 to a 6 just because in Warzone, I was hitting my shots and I was pretty accurate, but I don't know why. I just felt like I wanted to have a tighter sensitivity just to help out with some of my hip firing motion. And because there are a lot of times in Warzone where you don't have time to ADS and you have to hip fire to get that kill off or to knock that person's shield off. So I drop down to a 6.6. It's really good. ADS multiplier, you want to go at 85. 0.8 is perfect because once you're ADS, everything slows down. So when you're ADSing, you're going to want to be more accurate and you're going to want to slow everything down. So you want to drop your ADS. I know people that run a 1 sensitivity when it goes to low and high zoom, but for me, 0.8 is the perfect sensitivity. It slows it down. And obviously I would say recommend a 0.1 for your high zoom. I do know people that run up to a 1.10. Booyah, GD Booyah, who plays with swag, he runs up to a 1.10 and he runs this to a 90. I personally should try it for Warzone because Booyah is great, but with that being said, I'll leave everything at what it is now, and these are my settings. Response curve type, I know a lot of people run dynamic. Everyone says dynamic is better, this and that. I personally think it doesn't really make a difference, but I would say if you're not really beaming on standard and you guys want to try something else, I would say dynamic or linear might be the way. Standard is basic. So if you don't think you're doing good enough on basic settings and basic response curve, just go ahead and turn on linear and dynamic and it'll help your gameplay. I can guarantee that you'll feel a difference. Now, I think it'll help your gameplay just because it'll brighten it up and make everything a little bit more versatile for you. So it'll switch things up, and I think you guys should try it. So I will recommend running linear over dynamic, but for dynamic, everyone runs it. So I would say if your favorite content creator runs dynamic, then I guess you should try it, maybe. But for me, I'm gonna go back to standard. I would say linear. Linear is kind of smooth. It's kind of like directly to your stick rate. So I kind of like it. You don't really have to put as much pressure. So if you run a linear without, with a 0 dead zone, then it might be something smooth for you. I'd recommend that. I recommend trying it out. I always recommend trying out new settings, guys, if you guys feel like you aren't beaming. Obviously, you want to up your gameplay. You gotta have the best settings for yourself. So that being said, let's go down. Controller vibration disabled, but I do run enabled on Warzone. Disabled on multiplayer, enabled Warzone. I have two different settings and sensitivities for Warzone and multiplayer. So this is pretty much it. So I run enabled on Warzone, disabled for multiplayer. So with all of this, you can pretty much just change these. Contextual tap, sorry, is going to help you out a lot, guys. It is. With smoothness, especially for my Warzone players, try contextual tap. I know it gets old having to hold X to pick up a weapon and stuff like that. So I'd suggest trying contextual tap. Depleted ammo weapon switch, yes, you want to do that just in case you run out of ammo. You don't want to force reload. You want to switch to the next available weapon with bullets in it, so it'll get you that kill. Slide behavior tap, you want to be smooth, you want to be fast, you want to run tap, especially if you run tactical, guys. It helps out so much. Auto move forward, no, ever. You never want this. You don't want any automatic movement, guys. You don't want it. You don't at all. So I think movement, you're gonna want to do it on your own. You don't want to speed up. You don't want to do anything unnecessarily that you personally don't want to do. So you want to leave all of this on disabled. Recenter, I do it. Auto deploy, I ran it, and I can admit I've died sometimes because of lag when I'm low to the ground and it doesn't auto deploy. So I'd say if you're a person without the best connection, I would try just staying on enabled. It'll help out. But if you do have really good connection or you rarely lag, I would say try disabled, and you can manually pull your shoot so you're lower to the ground and you'll get that gun so you can get those kills. So with that being said, brightness at 50, film grain at 25. You could take this down, but I just leave it at 25. It doesn't really make a difference to me. Colorblind type, don't have it. These make your, for me personally, all I think these do is just help out with color and make the game look more vibrant. I'll have a video on that soon, actually, about how to make your game more colorful. But with that being said, leave that disabled. Weapon motion blur off. World motion blur off. You don't want any motion blur on, guys. It'll make everything look stiff, and it'll make it look disgusting, and it won't look like Call of Duty. So minimap square, rotation enabled, compass letters, everything else pretty much good. These are my audio settings. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this season. I hope you guys do great with these settings. Let me know if these settings help you out, guys. And with that being said, I hope everyone has a blessed day. It's been your boy Kyler. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.